neutrality. Every time you breathe, every time you pass motion, every time you walk, every time you drive, you are pushing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This is poisoning the atmosphere. December 2022 saw the maximum number of climate disasters, and it's climbing with every month. We don't know how long we will even have the planet. There's so much of climate change happening. And one of the major things is emission of greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide. One of the major industries that is pushing it is the hospital industry. And almost all the hospitals in India are major carbon dioxide emitters. All over the world, people are saying, okay, do carbon neutrality and we will support you. Do carbon neutrality and we will fund you. But it's very difficult to do a carbon neutrality. You build a wall. If that wall has got a brick, and if that brick has been heated in the kiln, it's already got a huge carbon footprint. It's let out a lot of carbon dioxide before it becomes a brick in your home. So we are now in contact with some of the best architects in the country. We're trying to do a completely carbon neutral from the level of the bricks itself. So you have different kind of base that leaves a very low carbon footprint. We are going to have what's called a decarbonized, you'll start hearing this very frequently hereafter, decarbonized walls, decarbonized structures. 1, 2, circular, it's called circular movement. For example, most hospitals, we have plastics to put sharps in, all the needles. When hundreds and hundreds of these containers, they are disposed. Carbon dioxide goes up. So the concept of circular containers, where you reuse the containers and not push it into the fire straight away and push up carbon dioxide. There are many more. It's called good deeds. Decarbonization, electrification, efficiency of operation, and this is how you go ahead by bringing down the carbon dioxide. So, and digitalization is the fourth. The next thing we are going to do, this is going to be a completely paperless hospital. Human beings are very funny. We will go down and cut 100 trees and make some notebooks out of that paper, and on that paper we'll write, let us save the trees. It's pointless, right? So why don't we go ahead and actually save the trees? And the best way forward is digital, because digital footprints are secure. Digital footprints don't lie. Digital footprints make the job much more efficient. I will tell you one other simple way people are spilling carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. You go and see your doctor, you go back. Doctor says, come back and see me after 1 week. You will get into a car or an auto rickshaw, spill tons and tons of carbon dioxide on the way just to come and see the doctor for 5 minutes. He'll say, continue all this, and you will go back. Adoption of online, digital, online, proper, video-based consultation. It will reduce all that carbon dioxide. So the doctor may complain, hey, if the patient doesn't come over, I don't make my money. No, you can pay GPay, even that you can do digitally. So currency is digital, doctor is happy. You don't drive up and down, the atmosphere is happy, and you can do it all in the comfort of your home. That brings me to the next part. We are going to introduce a super app, which we've been working on for the last 3 or 4 years. The super app will get all the patient's data from what he had in the 5th standard or 1st standard right until when he walks into a hospital. Everything will be there. Once he puts it in, it will be there in his phone, and he'll be given a special code. He can make a code to access that information. There is an artificial intelligence, and we are going to be predicting which person in Bangalore is going to get a stroke or which person is going to get a heart attack based on his data. And how do we collect the patient's data? We have what's called skin illumination. A patient just looks at the phone. You look at the phone, your pulse, oxygen, respiratory rate, BP, everything will be recorded, and it will go into the artificial intelligence engine. It will warn us. So we will know if somebody is going to get a heart attack or a stroke. So there will never again be, this Dr. Rajkumar can tell you, if this is properly implemented, there will never be another Puneet Rajkumar, because we can catch such good people in the prime of the youth 2-3 days before that, if the BP had been carefully monitored. For example, in that kind of situation, we know somebody will have a stroke 2 or 3 days later if his BP is persistently high. We know somebody's going to have a heart attack, the BP is persistently low. This can be caught up by an app, and you can do what's called preventable deaths. These are all preventable deaths, and we should try to prevent these. All this is going to come as part of the deal. All this is going to come as part of the deal in what we're doing. Sir was talking, he said nicely, Mr. Reggie Matthew was telling us from the UK Embassy, but 120 million people fly over Bangalore, over Chennai, over Tirupati, and then go that side to Singapore or Thailand. if we can bring 1% or 10% of that to land here. And the minister nicely said, the clouds are coming full of rain, but it's raining somewhere else. We have to make it rain in Bangalore. And I thought that is a very nice, it summarized the whole thing. Well, my dear friends, we are going to try to make it rain in Bangalore by attracting people with the best of facilities. We're not going to be just a vanilla variety. Yes, there'll be one part vanilla variety. You have your piles, you go there, you have a child being born there. We're going to bring in this concept of organ failure. If you have organ failure, say a heart failure or pancreas failure, there are treatments available from Ayush, from Siddha, from Ayurveda, from homeopathy, Unani. We needn't, wrinkle up our pretty noses at this. We can involve all that. So I am saying, in the new hospital, we will have not just allopathy, but we will have naturopathy, we will have Ayurveda, we'll have homeopathy, and we can have a temple, we can have even Venkatacharapathy, no problem. But we will have all the approaches to make somebody all right. Why should we ban one approach? But at the end of the day, if everything fails, we are going to have multiple organ transplant, which will be one of the major things. We have tried everything, and somebody's on dialysis 5 times a week, 3 times, 6 times a week. Kidney transplant, or liver transplant, pancreas transplant, intestine transplant. The whole country doesn't have a huge transplant and organ failure unit. And I'm happy to say, not only will we be the first with the carbon zero, we will be one of the first fully digital hospitals. We'll be one of the largest multi-organ failure, multi-organ transplant centers. And we also want to do lots of research with stem cells and with anti-aging. In 10-15 years, we will have a more aging population, and anti-aging is the science of getting a man at 40 or getting a woman at 40 and making them remain the same till they reach 80. So it's the food that you eat, it's the exercise that you do, it's not pills, etc. We hope to bring that in a very, very big way. Finally, one of the other things that I want to talk about is about what we call genomics. Now, X and Y, each one of us is different. We have a different hairstyle, we have a different nose, we have different ears. Then why the same medicine for everybody? If you think about it, one medicine will work for A, it may not work for B. We all know it. And Bangalore has been heading genomics in India. It's been Bangalore and Mumbai have been heading genomics in India. We're very happy to bring that as well here. So you come inside, you just spit into a container or have a scraping. We can find out which drug will work for you if you have a kidney infection, which drug will work for you if you have a chest infection, which drug will work for you if you have COVID, which cancer you're going to get in the next 10 or 20 or 30 years, common cancers. Then we can prevent that by checking for it. So this is called personalized medicine, and we are going to bring that in a very, very big way. So each man has his own genetic stamp. According to his genes, he will get the right medicine, and that's what we're going to be bringing in. So anti-aging, genomics, super app, digital, all of these are rolled into one. We hope to be able to attract a lot of people from across the globe. Hopefully people like Mr. Srinivas Reddy and Mr. Ram.
Many prestigious education institutions and about 5 lakh students were educated in our constructed premises so far. We are planning to set up a multi-speciality hospital here at an investment of rupees 1,200 crores by our Ambika Medical Foundation in association with Lifeline Hospital, Chennai. The well-equipped super specialty hospital would be with about 500 beds and with latest facilities. Our mission is to set up a world-class facility that would be placed, provide ease of access and comprehensive healthcare to everyone across this fast-growing city. As we have completed the land acquisition at Kalyan Nagar area for phase 1 of this project, another 40 acres of the land has been acquired at Kengeri for phase 2 of this project. And once again, I thank our Honorable Union Cabinet Minister Sri Rajkumar Ranjan Singh.
I would like to thank all the chief guests, including Shri Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Shri Pravish, Shri Amit Mehta, Shri George Nainal, Shri Srinivas Reddy and Advocate Ramaswamy sir. I also like to thank all our guests and audience.